Racism don't work without black cooperation, but it ain't gonna end without white participation. That's what's happening now. White people gotta stand up for our black issues and our black problems. And I got white people to do it. I made a movie all about it. Keeping the Dream Alive, Martin Luther King celebration. See, when I started it, December 2006, when my son was killed in Chicago, in Zion, Illinois. That's Bishop Dante Hickman, all right? Today's West Wednesday. That's Pastor Dante Hickman. You got to release all this material to the voters before Election Day. Your congregation needs to see this. I'm standing in the shadow of Martin Luther King. This is Professor Hannah, a black reality, all right? Professor Hannah, a black reality. And my black reality is black votes matter, all right? Black votes matter. That's what matters in 2024. That's President Obama. Within the penitentiaries, blacks have created an extension of the ghetto. I'm doing a documentary about being black in America. We traded a penitentiary for the plantation cotton for cocaine, and you made our black communities the cash crop. And I made it the learning tree. This the learning tree. You feel me? The learning tree. That's Dr. Kaye from WEAA Radio, September the 5th. You had this since September the 7th. This is October. All right? Before Election Day, you need to turn this material over to the public. Let the public see that. It's my intellectual property. And in that paperwork, it said, return my intellectual property. The making of black America. All right? Racism don't work without black cooperation. That's T.J. Smith. All right? That's T.J. Smith. You got to turn that stuff over, too. That's T.J. Smith Radio, WBAL. That means that I can come after your FCC license, Federal Communications Violations. You feel me? That's your representative. Racism don't work without black cooperation. That's Senator Smith, Senate Judiciary Committee. That's David Smith. He filed false charges on me again. On October the 15th, 2010, y'all came in my house and put guns to my head because of this documentary. Baltimore City Police Department, at the order of Commissioner Belfield and Governor O'Malley. Racism don't work without black cooperation, but it ain't gonna end without white participation. You feel me? And these are the supporters of Shorties. We are employing any and all appropriate officials in the state of Maryland to assist Shorty in this justice in Illinois. You got that information. You got that booklet. You got that pamphlet. You feel me? We talking about mass incarceration. And we're going to play the tapes like Watergate. Martin Luther King taught me about this. It's called Letters from a Birmingham Jail. You feel me? That's Dick Gregory and me. All right? And that's Dwayne G. Davis. Nobody know my name. On this day, March 1998, I own Shorties. I own all parts of me, just like Dred Scott. This is States Attorney Waller. And that's States Attorney Grant. And that's the Baltimore Sun, Tony Roberts. Tony Roberts. Yeah. Tony Roberts, Tony Smith, Anthony Smith. And that's the Baltimore Sun. Y'all know they lied to the public, told them I was a terrorist. Like I said, that's handwritten. I'm a jailhouse lawyer. I ain't a jailhouse snitch. I'm in the court records. In 1986, I turned in guns and drugs to end the war on drugs. I got the 2021 Weaver Award. That's Martin Luther King. And that's Mark Steiner, WEAA Radio. That's Anthony McCarthy, WEAA Radio. That's the Baltimore Brew, Fern Shin. Like I said, you got FCC violations. When I put that toilet in front of the school board, it was about the school to prison pipeline. When I put this toilet in front of the courthouse, it's about the murder and the death of our kids. Our kids supposed to bury us. We're not supposed to bury our kids. That's the state prosecutor and Chief Hyatt. Because I said I was kidnapped. That's President Trump. Racism don't work without black cooperation. And that's a racist individual. And President Trump got to turn this material over to the voters before Election Day. That's voter suppression by the President of the United States. That's Kiefer Mitchell. Right there. That's the email from Kiefer Mitchell. Right here. Dear Governor Hogan, our 2017 Christmas party. It's all right there. And that's the people of the state of Illinois versus Dwayne Davis. All right? You got that? 07CF4988. I never got a trial. That's Pastor Caples, my brother. That's Lionel Farmer. And you see who got that? Xavier Conway to court. So you got to turn that over. I never got a trial. I'm not Emmett Till. I'm not Freddie Gray. I'm not Maurice Donald Johnson. I'm not Anthony Anderson. I'm alive and breathing, and I never got a trial. Racism don't work without black cooperation. Silence is consent. That's Special Agent Richard McFeely at the FBI. See the date? 5/14/2011 at 12:50 p.m. I hope this letter catches you in a good mood, good spirits. All right? We're going to play the tapes like Watergate. Yeah. The same way that y'all did a federal investigation, I did an investigation on you. You feel me? And that's Eric Barron of the Department of Justice. You got to turn that over. I got the tapes, recorded phone calls. I got it all, y'all. Yeah. Fair exchange ain't no robbery. Ain't no stick up without a gun. Click, aim, and shoot. Copy, paste, and send. I ain't looking for friends. I'm looking for change. So we're going to get that change. I can't breathe. No, I can't breathe. Y'all owe me $250 million in intellectual property. And we going with the Constitution. Steny Hoyer know me. Governor Westmore know me. And right here, in regards to your documentary, I will not be able to appear. You know what I'm saying? In regards to your documentary, I will not be able to appear. That's Senator Ben Cardin, 2007. That's Mayor Brandon Scott right there. On 12/26/59, I was born. Your baby's first birthday coming up in December. You don't turn over all that material to the people, you can go to jail. They going after the mayor of New York. Man, I'm coming after you. Everything that you got to turn over. Border estimates, $250 million. Maryland's prison industry, Gov.O'Malley's mom machine. If Blagojevich can go to jail, so can Governor Hogan. We talking about Donald Trump. Don't forget the Central Park 5 when he sent them brothers to jail and he took a full-page ad out. This is the face of Jim Crow. This is the face of the Ku Klux Klan. These is card-carrying members of the society that don't want us here. And so is Governor O'Malley. That's Governor O'Malley and Carl Snowden from the Attorney General's office. All right? Attorney General Snowden. That's grand jury request. 14 days to respond. Are we going to the Supreme Court? Just like Dred Scott, we're going to go to the Supreme Court. Because I made a movie about you. You feel me? I made a movie about Belfield. About Attorney General Anthony Brown. Got a whole YouTube channel with you. I got videos with you. We talk about the cover-up crew. Racism don't work without black cooperation. That's Kurt Anderson. That's Kiefer Mitchell. That's Jack. Ask Jack. Ask Miss Stephanie Rollins Blake. Ask them. You feel me? Ask them. Constitutional rights. I am Dred Scott. You got it? Like I said, I applied for Martin Luther King's job. And that's 2007. Private citizen appearing before the grand jury. All right? That's Brack v. versus Wells. And that's Chief Judge Bell. All right? I got a right to access the grand jury. Like I said, Veterans Day is coming up. I was in Iran-Contra. We transported guns and drugs. The war on drugs. The state we're in now. You feel me? That's Maryland case search. Court. All right? Maryland case search. Dwayne G. Davis. All right? Reference. That's me. Right here. 11/26. I'm supposed to go to court. All right? Trial date. Baltimore City District Court. Courtroom 1. You feel me? And I'm going to be there. Like I said, you got to turn over all this information before Election Day because this trial is going to be for election. And we talking about Judge Souter, the corruption in the courts. You feel me? Just like Martin Luther King letters from a Birmingham jail, that's the Department of Corrections. Department of Memorandum. See who that is? Inmate, 2011. No public defender was... I didn't get a public defender. You did the same thing here. You feel me? Inmate records management. All right. And right here, Dwayne G. Davis. This is from that trial. This is from the trial. So Anthony McCarthy, WEAA radio. Dr. Kaye. You got a show today. My number is 443-831-1188. We're going to talk about your black reality. So Dr. Kaye, you can call me today, 443-831-1188. We're going to talk about our black reality, mass incarceration in the prison industry. We're going to talk about Anthony McCarthy. We're going to talk about mass incarceration. And we're going to go back to Mark Steiner at WEAA radio. We're going to go to the FBI. And we're going to go to Governor Westmore. You wear the mask, you got to put in the work. I can't breathe. They can't vote. Ex-felons got a right to vote. Black votes matter. Democrats and Republicans need our vote. Well, we need justice. We're talking about your prison industry. You feel me? So Governor Hogan, release all that information. President Trump, release all that information. Happy Constitution Day.